it's super early. It's not super early. It's 8:30. It's not super early, but it's 8:30. All right, so it's I don't know. I guess because the late nights, early mornings, I feel like it's super early. Ginger tea. Okay, ginger tea. So let me share this video. Okay. And then give me 1 second. Okay. All right, good morning, Rich Rising. I don't want to say good morning. I don't like good mornings. I don't like good mornings, but Rich Rising, right? Rich Rising. So, yesterday we did a let me eat some coffee beans. Espresso beans. I like these little things. They give you like a little energy. You'll eat all of them. Okay. But I get them at Trader Joe's or something like that. Yeah, Trader Joe's. All right. So yesterday we had a talk about soulmate, twin flames, karmic relationships, right? Super, super heavy. And the energy after I got off, right? Cleansed my space down, and I went to my altar, and I did my mantras, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm not sick, but no buts. I'm not sick. But I said I slept in this hot. It was definitely hot. I was hot, but I needed to sweat because there's a lot of germs and stuff that's going around. And listen, and the kids is back at school, and there's a lot of germs that's going around. And I did not turn on the air since I was up when my husband left. I ain't turned on the air when he left off of work. I just I thugged it out. Slept on under a fan, kinda, sorta. It was in the corner, but I didn't. I ain't turned on the air. I should have turned on the air because you know the coldness kills germs and stuff like that. But I was like, I'd rather be cold. But I'm a cleanse. I'm gonna do an energy cleanse, and I'm gonna do a cleanse. We're gonna hit this boy with some Lysol, some pine Sol, all types of Sol this weekend. Okay, we're gonna call Sol. So I wanted to give y'all some motivation because after yesterday's reading, it was almost it felt like it was kind of discouraging to the relationships and stuff. It's like, okay, well, but you know, God has a funny way. The very first card that came out was acceptance, and God has a funny way of bringing us into alignment, bringing us on our path. And so to be honest, if I was in that position, and it's so crazy because I did think about I did think about some of the relationships that I've had, and I have been in that position where I don't want to say you torn between the rock and the hard place, because at the end of the day, the rock is the hard place. But you have to make some type of executive decisions on whether or not you're going to keep certain people in your life, but you're just going to realize that their cycle has completed, right? And so I told y'all I was going to post the prayer about destiny helpers, calling in your destiny helpers, right? Now, when you call in your destiny helpers, I'm not even going to lie. some of every different type of people come, because ultimately your destiny doesn't look like the next person's destiny. When I started rich rising, um, when I started calling in my destiny helpers, people that I'm like, these are ops. These are ops. They was like, but they're karmic, but they're here so you can go on towards your destiny. Remember, I was telling y'all something about the twin flame relationship, about the karmic cycles, how they can be generational. Not the twin flame relationship, but how the karmic cycles, the karmic relationships, they're generational, they're ancestral, they're financially and mentally, spiritually, and all that other good stuff, right? And you have to break those bonds. You have to essentially cord cut them. Not just like they're the first thing is recognizing them. Don't say, you know what, this person is just an op or whatever the case is. You have to recognize everybody's role in your life. All right. And so, yeah. Let me burn some incense before I get to preaching. Oh, we gonna burn sandalwood. That's pretty calm, cool, and collect. What else I have in here? Burning incense and lighting candles and using certain types of smudge. I'm talking about smudge. Smudging with certain types of herbs and stuff. It really helps. It really helps calm the nervous system. I'm telling y'all. This is something that old people have taught me. Older people have taught me from a young age. It really does help. Lavender, sage, lavender incense and stuff like that. Burn it. I'm not gonna burn no lavender this morning because I'm trying to wake. I would say wake up, but wake up. Just went to bed not too many hours ago. Hold on one second. Okay. Let me keep drinking this ginger. Whew. I know I think all that stuff is nasty. Ginger is just not good to me. But I do eat it. I drink it. I do all that, you know. I make ginger shots and all that stuff for my kids. I'm gonna push it back, but it's not good to me. Nobody can convince me that ginger is good. All right, I'm gonna take it, but it's not good. I mean, like, it's good. It's not good, especially ginger and turmeric. It's not good. Turmeric is not good unless it's on rice pilaf at that. Okay, mixed with a little vegetable base and some carrots and some mushrooms and some celery. Okay, that's the only way turmeric is good, but it's not. I mean, it's good for you. It's good for your skin too. It's good for the Divine Mother as well, but it's not good to, be drinking in your cup. Definitely wake you up though. Okay, rich rising. So, we talked about those relationships yesterday: the karmic relationship, the soulmates relationship, and the twin flame relationships, y'all. And how those cycles have to be dealt with in order to come into alignment with yourself and with your twin flame, the ultimate soul merging, right? The ultimate soul merging. And so I wanted to give you guys some motivation, right? Now, I talked about destiny helpers yesterday and how you have to call in your destiny helpers. So I want to give y'all a prayer, the destiny helper prayer. Now, y'all know me. I'm a child of the Divine Mother, and so my prayer is to the Divine Mother. If yours is to Jesus, if yours is to Krishna, same, all the same. If it's to Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Mary, whomever your higher vibrational self gets guided to, Jehovah, whomever, put that name there, okay? So my destiny helper prayer, it says, Divine Mother, source of all wisdom and truth. I stand at the crossroads of my Dharma, my sole purpose. I call forth the helpers you are already assigned to my journey. Send into my path those who carry keys to my destiny, those who uplift me without envy, who water my gifts without fear, who see my light and do not try to dim it. May every false helper fall away, every counterfeit ally be exposed, every chain of sabotage be broken. I align with those who hold honor in their spirit, generosity in their hand, and clarity in their vision. Right? Now, Psalms 37:23, okay, chapter 37, verse 23, is a promise and an encouragement to trust that God's hands is on the lives of those who seek to do good and live righteously. It affirms God's active involvement, support, and pleasure in the journey of the believer. Okay? So, this is saying that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord and that he delights in his ways. And he will delight in his ways. This verse isn't just for comfort food. It's for the soul. It's a declaration of alignment. It means your life is not random. Your path is not aimless. And every step, even the messy ones, y'all, even the messy ones, are being guided into a divine pattern where you're rooted in righteousness, okay? These karmic relationships are the messy ones. These twin flame connections, they're the messy ones at the beginning, you know, until you guys both realize that, okay, we have a purpose. Some of these soulmate connections, they kind of messy. When you realize, oh man, I don't have that clutch. I don't have that person right there. But Spirit is saying that these people are not random. They're not aimless. These connections, every step is so it can guide you into your divine pattern, okay? Your divine path where you're rooted in righteousness. And those that are around you are rooted in righteousness, because ultimately the prayer is to bring in your destiny helpers, okay? Now, again, destiny helpers, their seasons, their lifetimes. You have to recognize who, what, when, and stop trying to control everything, right? So, the breakdown, the steps. Not the leaps, not the final destination. God is guiding the small and daily moves that you make. Just waking up, drinking your tea, getting some fresh air. Breathing is an action. You decided to wake up this morning. You didn't take your life. You know, you still have another day. One of the questions that was asked in one of the cards yesterday, it said, did you live your life to the fullest? And if the answer is no, know that you can do it again. Okay? If the answer is yes, continue to do that. Okay? So, of a good man, someone who genuinely seeks righteousness, justice, truth, and compassion. Not perfection. Righteousness, justice, truth, and compassion. Not perfection. Okay? But the intent and the heart is what matters. Okay? The intent and the heart is what matters. These steps are being ordered by the Lord. Divine GPS. Even detours end up being a part of the map. Y'all know how you put in the navigation system and you make a left turn instead of keeping straight, or you get on this freeway and the GPS reroutes you. You still going to get where you need to go. You might have got on I-10 and you're supposed to get on 45. You get what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I don't really like 45. 45, it's got too much traffic. It's narrow. It's not enough lane space. I'm a big body. I need to be swerving in and out of the lane. So I'm going to go around 45. But guess what? You're going to arrive at your destiny. Okay? He delighted in his ways. God actually delights in seeing you walk this path. It's not grudging support. It's joyful involvement. When you involve God, divine, into your life, he is in his highest vibrational self, y'all. Look at this card. And I pulled this before we started, right? Before I started the live. And it says, this is also a empowerment verse when you feel lost, rejected, or the doors are closing. Psalms 37:23. This is the Gita card. But Psalms 37:23 reminds you that you are not wandering, you are being directed. Okay? Now, Gita, chapter 5, the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 18. It says, by virtue of the transcendental knowledge, the wise see the same divine truth in all beings. Destiny helpers, y'all. So, the wise, they see the truth in all beings. From the wise and the gentle priest, to the cow, to the elephant, to the dog, even the dog eater. Okay? Even the dog eater. Now, who the hell is supposed to be eating dogs? Some people are vampires. But you see God in everybody, in everything. This verse is about spiritual equality. A true seer does not judge by status, caste, wealth, or outer forms. They see the soul, the divine essence in everyone. That's the Dharmic foundation. Equal vision, no illusion of superiority. Okay? Your destiny helpers, they may not look like you. They may not be the nurse because you're the nurse. They may be the patient. They may be the patient. They may be the janitor. They may be that person that greets you every single morning at the store. You stop at that store every day because you know that that person is going to be there to say, have a good day. And it lights up your day. Every single person. And it might just be that dog. You constantly go up this street. You walk. You take your walks or whatnot. And you like, oh, here go this cat or this dog that's on my path. Every day this cat and this dog is on my path. And you going home. They see you going home. They go the other way. When you go to the graveyard and you seeing that same dog out there, you seeing that same cat out there, you seeing that same person standing on their porch at a distance or whatever it is. Those are your destiny helpers at a distance. They're watching you. They're reminding you to show up. So, linking the Gita verse with a Bible verse, right? Psalms 37:23 reminds us that our steps are ordered by the divine. Gita, chapter 5, verse 18 reminds us that destiny helpers can come in any form. The professor, the stranger on the street, the child, or the outcast. If you only look for help from high places, you miss how spirit slips wisdom in unexpected vessels. Together, the Bible and the Gita says that God and divine arranges your steps. Helpers are not always the ones society esteems. Your vision must be humble and equal to recognize them. All right? Now, I asked for a prayer that would essentially emerge the Bible message and the Gita message, right? A divine message. And this is what we got. Divine source, Krishna, Mother, Lord. Guide my steps as you are promised. Let me not stumble through pride, fear, or illusion. Open my eyes with equal vision so that I may recognize the destiny helpers you send, whether they wear robes of honor or rags of humility, whether they are family, friends, or strangers. Strip me of judgment that I may see only the soul. Surround me with those ordained to uplift my path and remove every counterfeit hand. Order my steps in righteousness and let my life delight you as I walk steadily in Dharma and faith. Okay? As I walk steadily in my sacred duty and my faith. All right? So that's what I wanted to share with y'all. And kind of just give y'all some motivation to know that, you know, each step that you take every day. All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jama. Just know that every step that you take every day is being, it's already a part of the play. Even the detours, even the hiccups, it's all a part of the divine's play. And you know, just laugh a little. When you mess up, if you mess up, you know, not if you mess up, because we all mess up, but just recognize that divine is at work. Okay, recognize that divine is at work. And again, a big part of this is strip me of judgment, and so that I may see the soul, so that you can recognize your destiny helpers amongst you. Okay, very big is recognition. Okay, all right, so let me give you guys a little bit more motivation. This message is going to be timeless. This is timeless. Come back to this message. I gave you guys 2 prayers in it. Come back to this message. Write those prayers down. Share them. You know, put them on a sticky note. However, you know, however you may need it, so that you'll know how to come back in alignment. Okay? So you'll know how to come back in alignment. Look at that. The compass. Decisions. The compass. Perfect. Perfect for the day. All right. Someone may feel misguided, and that's perfectly all right. Because remember, even the detours are going to take you to where you are. Have some confidence. Get out in the open. Okay. Get out in the opening. When you feel ungrounded, the best way to come back to center is to get on a ground. Okay. To get on the ground. I'm not talking about the floor. I'm talking about actual grounding, like outside. You know, people will. It's people like this in the world that don't like to be outside barefoot, right? People spit on the ground. They spit on the ground. The animals are out there, whatever the case is. They think they're allergic to the ground or whatever the case is. Listen, it still work with your shoes on. Let's be realistic. The energy is still felt with your shoes on. Whether you're at the actual temple or you're at your altar in your home, or you have made an altar within yourself. God's work is still at play. Divine's work is still at play. So being outside and just standing on the ground is bringing you back to center. Okay. So use it however, use your resources however you need to use them for yourself. Okay. Just because I tell y'all, go outside, take your shoes off, step in the ground. If you don't step in the ground barefoot, it's not going to work. That's not the truth. Okay. Macroism. Small steps. Small steps to awakening. Just know that even the small steps are being counted. The tiniest steps are being counted. Someone is definitely being called to make some small changes. You know it, and divine knows it. And you just have to trust that. Belong. This is definitely you finding your way back to center and finding where you belong at and those that belong around you. Okay. Give me one more, divine. Thank you so much. Empathy. Empathy. And limitless is happening in the spirit. Your potential is limitless. Okay? You don't have to feel sorry for yourself. You just have to understand why these small, slow steps were necessary. Okay? It's time to stop being sorry for yourself. Okay? And recognize that you've done the best that you can. You absolutely done the best that you can. Back to the beginning of calling in your destiny helpers. Okay? Divine Mother, source of all wisdom and truth. I stand at the crossroads of my Dharma. This is the crossroads right here. Which way should I go? What decisions should I make? I stand at the crossroads of my Dharma, and I call forth the helpers that you have already assigned to my journey. Send into my path those who carry the keys to my destiny. The keys to my destiny. Those who uplift without envy. Baloney. Who water my gifts without fear. Who water my gifts without fear. Even the small watering, the ones that give you confidence. You know, it's really different when someone that you've been, and this sounds crazy, but it's not. Let's say you've been arguing with somebody, a karmic partner, a karmic friend, a karmic family member. You know, you've been thinking about them. You're thinking about the relationships. You're thinking about how you feel used, how you don't feel as if this person still belongs in your life. And then you go to a store, and that person that is standing outside that door every day when you go and get your coffee, they say, Rich Rising, good morning. And you have a good day. That person belongs in your circle. They're in your circle. You may not be, let me give you guys an example. My father-in-law, right? My father-in-law, he went to Kroger's almost every other day. Every other day. Those people were a part of his assignment. And you go in Kroger's, he not feeling good or whatever the case is, he gonna take his ass to Kroger's, because those people that's in Kroger's, they gonna make him feel good. That lady that's at the counter, you know, he know everything. When I went to Kroger's with him, he like, yeah, she just had a baby and she came back off of her vacation. She was on vacation for 2 weeks. How you know this woman was on vacation for 2 weeks? Rich Rising, Amazing Grace. Hello, beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are the small things. Like somebody, and then even him recognizing, you know, that person at the cashier desk. He going to the cashier. He like, oh, you went on vacation? She like, oh, my customers are paying attention to me. They miss me here. They miss me here. Oh, you haven't been online for some time, or you've been away. They miss you. Those people, that's where you belong. Those are your destiny helpers. You get what I'm saying? Those is the ones that get you back rooted where you are. Okay? Every false helper fall away. Every false helper fall away. Every counterfeit ally be exposed. Every chain of sabotage be broken. I align with those who hold honor in their spirit. Who hold honor in their spirit. Generosity in their hand and clarity in their vision. Thank you so much, Divine. So don't be scared. Don't be scared anymore. Don't be scared anymore, and know that this path that you're walking, the way that you're going, God ordered those steps. God ordered those steps. You look at that. Love. You know what I was thinking about when I was pulling this? Every false helper fall away. Love in reverse, right? Love in reverse. But this is motivation. I'm taking it up right, because that's what we call it in. This is motivation. I'm taking it up right. Thank you so much, Divine. That's where you have to make a decision. That's definitely where you have to make a decision. Understanding. I forgot what I was saying before that. But listen. Just know that Divine ordered those steps, a path for you to walk, for you to drive through, for you to guide and go on, right? Divine ordered those steps. He didn't say it's free will at play. He didn't say, well, you had to go north in order to get to Canada, right? In order to get to Canada, or to get to your final destination, whether it be in Canada, whether it be in New York, whether it be, you know, here on YouTube, whether it be in a classroom, whether you end up being a teacher, whether you end up being a nurse, whatever the case is, right? He did not say, well, you need to get there before you're 25. Whether you end up in married or anything, he didn't say, Well, you need to get there before you're 30. That's not what he said. He said, I'm gonna give you free will. You go out there, you live your life, you make executive decisions, and as long as you're doing it through love, as long as you carrying it through love, passion, compassion, honesty, I'm gonna get you to your destination. You don't put a clock on something that only has directions. Okay? It doesn't say you put the arrival time. When you start, you be like, you know what? I need to get to where I'm getting by such and such time. You put that clock on there. God didn't put that clock on there. This is why we don't know when we are going to transition. Man, if you knew when you were going to transition and you were going to die, you would do a lot of things differently. But because we don't know that, because we don't know that, even the ones that are on hospice or they have something, unless you're going to take your own life, and that's even preordained, to be honest. That's spirit knows, okay? But unless you're going to take your own life, you don't know the actual date. You don't know the actual date. So stop putting a clock on things that only have a compass. They say go north, you end up going south, you end up going west. Okay? But they say go north, you go south, you go west. You're like, I'm gonna travel a little east. I'm gonna travel a little east. And you think you're not going north, right? But there's like bumps on the road, there's mountains, there's hills, and eventually spirit is gonna get you to your destination. And guess where you end up at? You end up north. Okay? You end up north anyway. So just know that wherever you belong, you're gonna get there. Okay? You're gonna get there. You may not get there today, tomorrow, or next week, or month. It's the small steps that you take. So I'm going to read this to you guys again. Divine Source, Krishna, Mother, Lord, guide my steps as you have promised. Let me not stumble through pride, fear, and illusion. Open my eyes with equal vision so that I may recognize the destiny helpers you send, whether they wear robes of honor and rags of humility, whether they are family, friends, or strangers. Strip me of my judgment that I may see only the soul. Surround me with those ordained to uplift my path, and remove every counterfeit hand. Order my steps in righteousness, and let my life delight you as I walk steadily in my soul's purpose, in my Dharma, and in my faith. Okay? So I hope this gave you guys some motivation. All right, equal vision. I really hope this gave you some motivation. I hope this kind of opens your eyes into the small steps that you're taking. Okay, stop judging yourself so harshly. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Those things happen for a reason. Intuition. Thanks so much, Divine. Watch how you talking to yourself today. Today, tomorrow. Just watch how you talking to yourself, okay? Give yourself the same unconditional love and clarity that you give everyone else. And then advocate. Advocate for yourself and advocate for those that are truly rooted in true honor. Stand up for them. You see stuff that's happening, that's a part of your destiny too. Okay? Truth. Being a truth teller. Truth taker too. Look, a truth taker too. Balance. Somebody tell you the truth, don't think that they always against you. Is what they're saying, is it coming from love? Is it coming from light? Or is it coming from ego and shadows and fears? Look at the person that's telling you. Look deep into their soul. Recognize what it is. Okay? Wisdom. Those destiny helpers, you think that they just full of themselves, and that they're oh so smart. They think that they oh so smart. They are. They are, because they're guiding you in ways that you don't even know. And then the final card is joy. The final card is joy. This is what divine wants you to have. In order to have wisdom and to have balance, you must have joy. In this path, every step that you're taking, if what you're doing, if it doesn't bring you any joy, divine is guiding you. Take a different way. Take a different way. Use your compass. Don't use your clock. Okay? I tell y'all all the time, transformation at the bottom of the deck. Ancestors definitely sending messages. But I tell y'all all the time that time does not exist for me. It doesn't exist for me. Time or colors. I think they're man-made theories to keep you trapped in a illusion, to keep you in a cycle. And so, you know, my boss might say otherwise. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Look, I'm talking about my boss might say otherwise. I don't care what he say, but he be like, Alexis, you need to work on your time. I be like, I am. You just don't know I am. I'm working on my time in a whole different way than you can ever understand. I don't want to say ever understand, but I'm working on my time in a whole different way than someone that's. Just know I'm working on my time. I don't even want to put any shadow energy on there. Just know I'm working on my time. I really am. Am I working on being on time? I mean, if it happened, it happened. But am I working on my time? I'm definitely working on my time. Because I'm working on my time. It's my time, and I'm working on it. I hope that y'all understand that. I hope y'all get that. It's your time, and you work on it. Okay? Do you have to rush it? No. Do you have to slow it down? No. It's your time. All right? And those destiny helpers, they're going to realize that too. They're going to be like, you know what? It's her time, but it's also my time too. Let me work on my time. You motivate each other. Y'all move each other. I love that. All right. Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you so much. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day today. Again, this message is timeless. So come back to it. And just have a wonderful day, y'all. Drink some coffee, drink some tea. Yes, I said coffee. Drink coffee, drink tea, drink an espresso. Happy Venus Day, okay? Happy Venus Day. It is almost the solar eclipse, a full eclipse at that. So start thinking about what needs to be cord cut, what needs to stay, what needs to be grounded. What we circling back on, it's a full moon and it's a full moon and it's a solar eclipse. So Virgos, Pisces, welcome to the Game of Thrones. Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius. Okay. Strong Virgo, Pisces energy though. The dreams are dreaming. So whatever you're dreaming about, it's time to put those things into action. Okay, it's time to put those things into action. Whatever house you have Virgo and Pisces in, those houses are getting activated. They're getting activated. Wherever you have Pisces, Virgo sits across from it. So if you have Pisces in the first house, Virgo is sitting in your 7th house. Okay, you have Pisces in the 2nd house, Virgo is sitting in your 8th house. All right, and so on. Virgo in the 3rd house. Then you have Pisces in the 9th house. All right. Wherever it is, they're being activated. So use that communication with the planets, come into alignment with divine, with your ancestors. All right. Because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Very close to the ancestors, but also very close to the dream state. You're not familiar with your ancestors. This is a wonderful time. A wonderful time to get familiar with them. Okay. A wonderful time to get familiar with them. Not in a bad way, not for you to go and say, hey, I need y'all. Listen, would y'all want somebody showing up to y'all door saying, hey, I need you to do this for me. No, introduce yourself to your ancestors. Talk to them. Integrate them into your life or whatnot. I was saying bye and then I'm still here. Okay? This is the ancestors talking because they be talking. All right. And then you have Virgo, which is also about communication. It's about the intellect. All right, making wise decisions beyond what the physical can really understand. Virgo is the last physical sign before we get into the spiritual signs. So it's a lot of push and pull, you know. It's a lot of push and pull when it comes to Virgo. But Virgo is the divine mother. All right, it is the divine mother, and this is really you balancing out, that physical mother and that spiritual mother energy. All right, so I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. I hope y'all have a wonderful day on purpose, as Abby always said to me. And I still feel her spirit saying that to me all the time. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. I'm sending y'all a lot of love, light, and I'm asking that y'all destiny helpers fall into y'all path gracefully, okay? Gracefully. I caught 222 yesterday when I went to my altar. I caught 222, so that might be relevant for somebody as well too. You might be seeing 222. I said I was about to go and I'm here still again. So it says 222 appears to let you know that you are in direct alignment with your soul purpose, and your guides are pleased with the progress you have been making when it comes to keeping boundaries and staying calm in difficult situations and remaining balanced. Okay? So 222 can be very significant when it comes, and remaining balanced. They're proud of you. This is the ultimate outcome. Thank you so much, Divine. Okay. So yes, I was gonna share that last night with y'all, but I did get all caught up in my mantras. After I went live, I still did my mantras. So that's the other thing too. Like I looked at my altar, and my altar called me, like, sit down. What are you doing? You said you was doing your mantras after you went live. I ended up going live for 4 hours, and I still sat and did my mantras, y'all. Okay, I have 11,000 mantras to complete. Is it a time limit on it? No. Did I try to put a time limit on it? Yes, I did. And Spirit was like, no, you're going to complete them when you complete them, but you do need to do them. And I'm going to give you the motivation and each and every small step. Had I skipped them yesterday, I would have been skipping a step. I wouldn't have caught that 222. I wouldn't have caught, Spirit going to show me that they recognize my small steps and my ears banging. They're going to show me that, but they show me stuff to show y'all and tell y'all as well too. So I know somebody's calling in their destiny helpers, or they're asking like, hey, can I Spirit, can I get a teacher? Can I get a friend? Can I get somebody that just can break something down for me, or whatever the case is, and then I'm sent on y'all path. This is not randomly selected that y'all come across my page and y'all catch these little messages that I send to y'all, or big messages I send to y'all. It's not random. They're not random. It's Spirit bringing us all into alignment with each other. So again, I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Be good.